Hi guys, welcome to Salesforce Troop. Today we're gonna learn about file preview and download using LWC. So let's go to our VS Code, and first step, always we have to create a component. Let's go and create a component. For that you can go to command palette using Ctrl Shift P, or you can go to view option. Anything is fine. Select the Lightning Web Component option. Give the name file preview downloads. So it creates a component for us. So first thing, we can create a lightning card quickly. This will give some good layout to our component, and we'll just give the title. Don't want any icon right now, so I'll give the title file review download, and I'll keep it as it is for time being, and I'll quickly go to our meta file. There we want to change, or we want change false to true, so that our component is exposed to our record page. And I want this component to work only on the record page, basically, because in this particular scenario I'm gonna call the apex, which will expect me to pass a record ID, and the record ID only available in the record page, right? So I'll say targets, and the target is lightning record page. So whenever you are in the lightning record page, you can see this component, or you can drag this component, but for other pages it will not be available. So let's quickly deploy this component and place this component into the lightning record page. So the easiest record page I can think, it's a account page. Let's go to our course, and here I'm already in an account Kilkakra. So this is my record page. I'll go to a gear icon, click on edit page, and here on the bottom, on the top it's standard components, on the bottom there are custom components. So right now I have many components, so it's better I'll start filtering out. So file preview and the downloads is my component name. I'll drag it onto the right side corner. So I'll place it, I hit save, I'll go back, and now my component is at least ready from the card point of view. So my card is visible, my component is visible. So till here it's all good. Let's go back to our VS Code, and now to fetch the file details, right, I want a Apex class. So let's create Apex class, and I'll say file controllers, file download controller. Now the class has been created, and here I'm gonna copy paste the code directly, because this video's main focus is on our lightning web component. But I'll give you the brief explanation of this code, and you can get this code in the video's description. So I have created the method get related files by record ID, which is expecting a record ID from the lightning web component, and this method will be only visible to the lightning web component because we have decorate it with the aura enabled. And first query I'm running, and I'm calling the content document link object, and I'm telling wherever you have a record ID, this just give me all the IDs that are the content document IDs, and I'm storing those content IDs into the file ID. Suppose in a record I have three IDs, means a three attachment, so I'm getting all three IDs here now. Okay, so once I'll get all the IDs, I'll run the query in the content version object, and I'm telling give me all the content ID, file extension, and the title where your ID is available in the file ID. So I'm just filtering out and calling only those IDs, extension, and title which are match with the record IDs, right? Record IDs files, and I'll get those ID, and I'm storing those into in a format, in a particular format, and I'm passing that map ID title. Okay, that's it. It's a basic Apex. So let's deploy this. and we'll come back to our JS file where we're gonna write everything. Okay, so first thing, to run or to call the Apex, we need to import the method. So I'll say import which method. You go to your class. Our method name is get related files by record ID. I'll import that. From where we have to import, @Salesforce Apex. Give your class name. So our class name is file preview download, and after that class name you have to use dot and your method name, and our method name is get related files by record ID. So now our method is available. Now to call this method, if you look, it's expecting us to send a record ID. So first thing we need to import, we need a record ID of the account. So it can be any page. It can be contact record or account record. So the basic on the beauty of LWC that they have given is @API record ID. It will automatically gives us the record ID if you are inside the record page, and it gives the record ID of that particular page. Okay, so I said @API. So if you have to use @API decorator, it makes our property a public, and for that you need to import the API from the LWC. So now I have the record ID of the record page. Now I have to call the method, and the easiest way to call the method is a wire service. For that you need to import the wire, and you need to call the wire adapter, and in this you need to pass the method name and the options. And the option we want to pass is the record ID, and this record ID should be reactive, so that whenever this record ID is available, then only hit that. To make it reactive, you need to call it in the quotes dollar and your property name. So now our record ID is dynamic and reactive, and I can use wire as a wire as property or a function. So I'll create a function here. So I'll say wire result is my function name. It will gives us two things, data and error. And now we'll say if data is available, console the data, and if error is available, console the error. So this is a basic thing. We call the method, will pass the record ID dynamically, and the record ID automatically fetch from the record page, and we are just consoling the data. Let's deploy and see whether the data is printing in our console or not. So now the component is deployed. Let's go to our page. Let's refresh the page. Right click on the page, select the inspect option. It will open our debugger. Here there will be an option of console. I'll zoom it a little bit. You select this console option. Here our data should be print, and just to make sure you are looking into the right data, look at the file on the right hand side. Your file name will be visible. So file preview download is our file, and it's returning the data. It's three data. This is the file ID and the file name. File ID and file name. So this all things are there. So let's go and use this. And now I want to show this data in a proper format, and for that I want this ID to be as a ID and the name as a name, but right now it's like key value pair. So let's extract in a proper format, and now we know what is coming in the data. Let's create the proper format of this data. So first I'll take out all the keys and run the map. Okay, I'll do it there itself for you guys to understand better. So I'll do the right click, I'll store it into a variable. I'll clean this. So our data is this, right? And what we're gonna do is first we'll fetch all the keys. To fetch the keys, you need to call object.keys, pass your object. Now you see it fetch all the keys in the form of array, right? Now on this array, what we want, we going to transform the data, and to transform the data, everybody knows we're gonna use the map function, and we're gonna use arrow function, and each item is a record ID, right? So what we're gonna do is we'll say generate label as a key, and the label is temp1, that is this whole object item. So if I say temp1 of this ID, it gives me the label, right? Root. If I say this ID, it gives me the pick, and item is the ID basically. Okay, so we generate the label, we'll generate the value, and that is item itself. Value is nothing, it's the ID. If we want to generate the URL as well, but I'll show you that later. And if I hit enter, now you see our data transform into a proper label and value, and the label is the value that was in the earlier data, and now the value is our ID. Okay, let's copy paste this. Let's go to our VS Code, and now I'll just paste it here. Instead of temp1, we have a data. I'll just replace it. I want to show the label, I want ID, but I want a URL as well by which I can uh, navigate or use the preview as such. Okay, or to download the file. I need those URLs, right? So that URL you can get it easily. I'll just move here, I'll just put enter. I'll put enter. Now we'll transform the URL as well here. I'll say URL, and the URL is, this is a static URL. So sf servlet.shepherd/document/download, and here you need to pass your ID, right? And in our case, ID is coming in the item, and I have used this backtick. It's not a quotes, it's a backticks, and in backticks you can run your JavaScript using dollar operator, and I'll just map the item directly. So it will generate a URL dynamically for us, and I'll store the actual data into a variable or a property. I'll create on the top a property called files list, and I initialize that property with an empty array. And once the data comes, I'll say this dot files list equal to this. So it generate the data using the map, the form of label, value, and URL, and store in the form of array of object to the files list. So let's console the files list and see whether it's giving us the right data or not. And let's deploy this. So it's deployed. Let's go back and refresh the page. And now you can see that we are printing another object in the form of label, value, and URL. And now you see URL will have the dynamic IDs append at the end. So now our data is ready. Let's go back and show this data onto our screen. So this data is array of object, and if something is array, we usually use the loop in the HTML. So we'll write the loop first. We'll say template, and to use the loop, I'll use for each loop. For each loop, ask me which array you want to run the loop. I'll say files list. I want to run the loop, and each item I will call it as item only, or you can call it as file as well. And close the loop, and whatever you write inside this template, it will loop again and again. So first I'll create the basic div. I'll say key is important in the loop, so we'll take the as file dot value, because value is a unique ID, and I'll close the div. And the div will be my parent wrapper. So I'll add some class here to make this looks better, and I'll add the class slds box. This will gives the border around the box, I guess. So now I want to show the label first, then the download option, and then the preview option. And I don't want it to be a different order or in a proper spacing I want. And the easiest way to make it proper spacing, we need the grid, right? So I already have built a app for calculating the grid in Salesforce. Go to the Salesforce group. It's up to you. If you already know, you don't need to go it, but I'm showing you this is the tool I have built, Salesforce Lightning Design Grid Generator, comes here. So how many columns we want? We want 3 columns. It automatically generates the 3 columns. And what kind of structure you want? I want my each column to be of 4 size. So we'll change it to the 4 size. And onto tablet also, we want it to be of 4 size. 4 and 4. And for mobile, we want it to be of 12 size. So if it goes to the mobile screen, take the full width. For tablet and desktop, now we design our layout. Click on show code. Just copy the code and paste it in our VS Code. I just paste it out, and now I want in the first column to show our file name. So I'll take, instead of span, I'll say p tag. Within that, I'll create a strong tag just to bold my text. I'll say file name, and the file name is coming from file.label. So I'll use that file.label. And in the second one, we want it to be a downloadable link. So I'll say ahref and item.url, and I'm gonna use a download attribute with the a tag. And this is a trick, or this is a easiest way to make your content downloadable. Just add the download attribute with the a tag. So I'll say download, and this URL, if you see, this is the URL that we are building. So download will go to this website and automatically download the content because of this attribute. Okay, and the third thing we want to showcase is the lightning button with the preview. We quickly create a button, lightning button, and we want the label preview, and then we want variant brand, and I can say I want on click of this button to pass some ID as well. So I'll add a data ID. This is the way by which you can embed the data into the HTML. So I'll say data hyphen ID is file dot value, and here as well, instead of item, it's a file. And now let's wrap this up, wrap this as well, and then I'll close the button. Apart from this, on click of this button, I want to call a method. On click preview handler, and I click the method, I mention the method, I'll create the method. This method will receive an event, and we are expecting to fetch the ID, that is data hyphen ID, and the way to fetch that is event dot target dot dataset dot id. So dataset is the way by which you can fetch any attribute that starts with data hyphen, and after that just keep the name. Okay, so just print this ID for time being and see how it looks, how our component looks. And on click of download, it should download the file, and on click of preview button, it should print at least the ID for time being. Okay, so let's deploy this. So now the component is deployed. Let's go back to our page, refresh the page. I'll minimize my console. So now you can see that file name is coming and it's properly aligned. If you see, it's taking the 4 column, 4 column, and the 4 column. And you can change the column. You can give this 3, 3, 2, any name. So it's just wrapping the text here. So I have 3 file, first file with the name pig, then with the troop, then with the TypeScript handbook beta. And on click of this download, now it should download the file that is pig. So let's click this. So as soon as I click download, it asking me where you want to download this. It's asking here, and this name is already available, pick one, so it's changing that to pick two automatically. If I click save, it automatically save it down. You can see here it's download. Similarly, if I click on this is a PDF file, a big file, very big file. It's also asking where you want to download this. Right, so download is working totally fine with the single keyword in the A tag. But now let's see what about preview. I'll clean my console, I click it here. Now you see it's giving me the file ID. If I click it here, it giving me another one. If I click it here, it giving me another one. So at least we are getting the file ID. Now we want, on click of preview, this file should open in the browser itself. Okay, so let's go to our VS Code. And to achieve this scenario, we're gonna use the Sales Lightning Web Component navigation system. So to use the navigation, we have to first import the navigation mixin. We are importing navigation mixin from Lightning navigation. And once Lightning navigation is available, we'll wrap our Lightning element with the navigation mixin. So basically this is a higher order component, so you are wrapping up your component with Lightning navigation mixin that gives the power to your this component to use the navigation. Okay, now what I want is, now I have the navigation features available in my component. Now on click of that button, I want to navigate to the file preview. And if you already know how the navigation works, we'll say go to the navigation mixin and call the navigate method. If it is a method, we'll call that method and we'll pass some things with this navigate method. First we need to tell what type of navigation you are, so we'll say standard named page. So we define the type. After this we need to define the attributes that tells your page name. So we'll define our page name as file preview. So this is a standard name for showing your file preview. So this is our page name and we are using the standard name page navigation. And after that, what ID or what file you want to see, we have to pass to a file preview page some ID so that this page should know which file he has to load, right? So past that we need to call the state property, and this state property will take selected record ID as a key, and the value is the same thing that we are receiving on click. So now we are calling the name page file preview and passing the selected record ID, and now this will work our preview button. Let's deploy this. So it's basically we are navigating to a page and there we are opening it automatically using the file preview. So our component is deployed. Let's go and refresh the page. And let's click on our first file preview button. Now you see it's reviewing the content. You can download it from here as well, but we have given the easiest option where you want to download. You can click it here. It will ask you where you want to download. Since download is still working. Now let's open the another page, that is Droop, that is also working fine. And the third one is a PDF. So I showed you with the image as well as PDF. Full big PDF is also loading 86 pages. So this is how in LWC we review and download the files. It's the easier approach. Just you need to use to or need to understand when to use which approach. So that's it for this video, and if you like my video, please share or subscribe or like and comment if you have any doubts, and you can get the whole code that I have written in the video's description link. At least I'll give first the Apex code And LWC, I would recommend you guys to practice yourself. And if you face any issue, just ask me in the comment box. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.